Hello, so today's video we are looking at the Free Guild Cavalier Marshal and assembling that because we have been working through the Citizen Sigmar army. Now, what the Cavalier Marshal gives us is a lot of extras, but it also only gives us 2 heads here. So a helmeted head and a non-helmeted head, which he looks derpy. However, in the Free Guild Fusiliers, what we have is this really cool female head, which I quite like. So that should fit onto the Marshal. But it looks like the Marshal's got a ton of extras, so we are just going to have to be very careful. We'll do the horse and the mount separate, just like it shows us for there, for painting and gluing and things. Right, so we're here at this stage on the on the thing. I've put the tree down. Now it looks like this. Right, what I've noticed is you have to put the banner here in the back first and then put the tail on, because otherwise if you glued the tail first like so, you'd have this tricky moment of trying to squeeze the banner in. As you can see, it wouldn't work. So banner first, then the tail. And it looks like, because of the way the banner sits, it's going to take some finagling to get the mount, get the rider on there as well. So that's something to pay attention to as well. But slips on quite nicely, nice and easy. But yeah, you just have to get this banner bit in there first. Right, next we are in this section here. So I have put this on. Now, what you have here is the saddlebags down the side here. But unfortunately, with all of the mane and everything else, you probably want to glue that on, although it covers up this saddlebag. And you know, I don't particularly like covering up. However, the hammer that sits on the back here, you have this little piece, so you'll be able to know where it slots in this gap. I'm not going to glue it in, because I'm going to paint it separately, but it will just sort of sit in this angle and then just sit there like that. But like I say, I'm going to paint it separately, just so we're not missing anything, too much of the detail. After that, we're moving on to our mount, and there is, looks like a few bits that I'm probably not going to glue on, so probably not going to glue on the cape. Right, so here we are on the on the last bit. Now this is very strange. If you take like, here we go, Arkian for example. Arkian has his back, so when you put on his cloak, like, it just sits up the back. Where is it? It just sits up the back, so you can still see all of the back piece on the on the model. But here it gives you like a massive gap, and then this, what the cloak does, it sits like this anyway, and sits on the back. However, having said that, you still lose all of this like back detail, and I mean when you have the cloak on the back like so, you're still missing here, like you've still got to like get all of this side piece and everything. So I am going to keep it off. The other thing as well is, if you look at the heads, I'll clip off one of the they have They have these long necks that sit in like so on the thing like that. So we've got to try and work out how to get in this female head to the same degree, if we can, because she's not just going to sit there like that. So what we have to do is trim the head like so, and then we're going to have to sit it and green stuff it. But it will still fit, fortunately. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some green stuff up the back here as well, just for extra support. But there she is. And of course, effectively, once we're all done and painted, we're going to have to try and slide this in here like so. Actually, it's definitely got to go the other way. I have to slide this in like this to get the mount on the reins. So that's going to be very tricky. I've also noticed, let's get our head back. I've also noticed that unlike a lot of other models, with clipping it, everything is very close. As you can see these little bubbles on these shields and things. So when you come to clipping it, clip it a little bit further away to find the finer details, and use your cleaning tool. It's just going to be the easier way to clean it up. Rather than clipping it close and losing everything. But that's the video. Hopefully this has been intuitive and helpful. I know, I know in my previous video I said that I never glue bases, but there's so much detail down here that there's no point in, like, you lose anything that you're basing down here. So there's no point. So that's what I've done. But here's the Cavalier Marshal with an alternate head that doesn't even come with the kit. Hit me up with a like, hit me up with a sub, and we will see you soon.